Hello, welcome to BioGreat TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Major ethnic groups in Cote d'Ivoire and their peculiarities. Colonial powers called the stretch of the West African coastline the Ivory Coast due to the massive amounts of ivory that made it from Central Africa to the ports at the shore. So, who are the people of Cote d'Ivoire? Like many African nations, Cote d'Ivoire was forged by colonial powers, and so many ethnic groups were brought together to form the nation without necessarily having a shared history. In fact, there are more than 60 formally recognized ethnic groups in Cote d'Ivoire, each with its own unique language and customs. We shall be looking at the major ones in this video. Akan. The Akan is the largest ethnic group in Cote d'Ivoire. They make up 32% of the total population of the country. The Akan ethnic groups can be found throughout Cote d'Ivoire as well as the neighboring country of Ghana. The Akan language falls under the Tano language family, and they are spoken by roughly 20 million people across Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. For centuries, the Akan people dominated the trade routes along the coast of West Africa, bringing them in contact with Central African and European merchants alike. Today, the various Akan groups share a common identity, seeing themselves as one people with some regional ethnic distinctions notwithstanding. Many Akan traditions, especially their art, have become widely embraced throughout Cote d'Ivoire as sort of a national standard. The Akan people are skilled in African art. Their sculptures are popular for their refinement and form diversity. The sculptures include a wide variety of work in gold, bronze and ivory, as well as face masks and human figurines. The first president of Ivory Coast, Félix Houphouët-Boigny, was from the Akan ethnic group, precisely from the Baoulé subgroup. The Gore. The Gore is the second largest ethnic group in Ivory Coast. It is sometimes called Voltaic, as named by the French. The Gore ethnic group are predominantly found in the northern part of Cote d'Ivoire. The Mossi and the Senufo make up the largest of the Gore ethnic group, and they largely practice Sunni Islam. The other Gore groups practice more of the local religions. Altogether, the Gore people make up about 15% of the population of Cote d'Ivoire. Southern and Northern Mandays are the third largest ethnic group after the Gore. They make up about 12% of the population of the country. This group is also found in several other African countries. In Ivory Coast, the community is split into two primary groups: the Southern Mandays, who occupy the western parts of the country, and the Northern Mandays, found mostly in the northwestern parts. The community is said to have descended from ancient Saharan people and spread throughout West Africa. The major economic activity of the Mandays was production of woven textiles. They also practiced mixed farming until climatic changes made the area not so conducive for farming. One of the most successful rulers of the Mande was Askia Muhammad, better known as Askia the Great. They fought fiercely against the French when they invaded their territory, but they lost eventually. Islam is the religion predominantly practiced by the Mande people, but this is not expressed in their clothing, as the women do not wear veils. Some of the important cultural practices of this ethnic group include the caste system, fadenia, meaning the distinction between children of the same father but different mothers, and traditional music. The kora is a traditional music instrument which resembles the harp and is very popular among the Mande community. Samori Toure, who founded the Wasolo Empire in the late 19th century, is from the Mande ethnic group. The Crow. The Crow are another major ethnic group found in Ivory Coast. They make up about 10% of the population. The Crow community has its origins from Liberia and settled along the western African coast. They were distinguished fishermen and navigators of the Atlantic Ocean. Traditionally, they were mostly fishermen and traders, but were later employed by Americans and the Brits as sailors due to their vast experience in maritime. Their population in Ivory Coast is estimated at about 14,000 people. Football legend Didier Drogba and former president of Ivory Coast, Laurent Gbagbo, are both from the Bete tribe, which is a subgroup of the Crow ethnic group. Other ethnic groups that are present in Ivory Coast include the French, Lebanese, and Guineans, which all add up to about 11% of the population. The French are the majority Westerners in the country, owing to the fact that Ivory Coast was once a French colony. Which have we missed out of these ethnic groups? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.